Filming in a public place is completely legal in the United States, but what happens when a police officer either doesn't know the law or chooses to ignore it? Because this situation started like any normal day, a man standing quietly on a public sidewalk with a camera in his hand, not shouting, not interfering, not committing any crime, simply recording what the Constitution clearly allows him to do, and within moments a police officer approaches and demands that the camera be turned off, claiming it's suspicious, claiming it's not allowed, claiming authority that the law simply does not give him. And this is where things become very interesting, because under the First Amendment, citizens have the absolute right to film anything plainly visible from a public space, including police officers performing their duties, and courts across the country have repeatedly affirmed this right, yet the officer continues to insist, raising his voice, trying intimidation, hoping the citizen will comply out of fear. But instead the cameraman calmly explains that he is on public property, not interfering and exercising a protected constitutional right. And you can actually see the shift in the officer's demeanor when he realizes this interaction is being recorded. Because suddenly the commands become questions, the threats turn into explanations, and the confidence fades. And this moment perfectly exposes why recording in public is so important. Because cameras create accountability, they preserve truth, and they protect both citizens and honest officers. And as the conversation continues, the officer attempts one last move, suggesting detention without reasonable suspicion. But again, the law stands firm. Because without a crime, without articulable facts, there is no legal basis to stop, detain, or seize a camera, and the citizen remains respectful, calm, and knowledgeable, never escalating, never insulting, simply standing on his rights. And eventually the officer backs down, walks away, and the encounter ends exactly how it should have ended from the beginning, peacefully, legally, and without rights being violated. But the real takeaway here is not about embarrassing an officer, it's about educating the public. Because far too many people still believe that filming police is illegal when it is not. And far too many officers rely on that misunderstanding to control situations they legally cannot control. Which is why knowing your rights is powerful, why staying calm is critical, and why pressing record can change everything. Because the Constitution does not turn off when a badge approaches. And rights do not disappear because someone in authority says so. And if this video proves anything, it's that the moment you know the law and stand on it confidently, the entire balance of power shifts. And that is exactly why public filming remains one of the most important tools for transparency and freedom in America.